What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another GeForce Now News Thursday. We've got 10 games releasing this week for GFN, and 3 of those are day-and-date releases. We're also putting a spotlight on multiplayer games on GeForce Now, especially being summertime and sometimes the game releases being a little bit slow or few and far between. It could be a great time to jump into some multiplayer games that you've been missing out on or wanting to catch up on GFN. So we're going to take a look at those. But before we do, if you're new here, think about hitting the subscribe button, the like, and leaving a comment. It really helps out the channel. I really appreciate it. I do this every single Thursday along with a lot of other content here on the channel. So let's move on to what we've got going on this week. Let's take a look at the multiplayer games on GFN. So if you're not already aware, you can play over 400 multiplayer games on GeForce Now. So like I said, if you're looking for something else to do this summer, you want to jump into some multiplayer games that you haven't played in a while or you've been waiting to get into, it's a great time to use the service for that. Let's take a look. If you jump over into your app, you can actually go up to the search bar, type in multiplayer, and 438 games will show up in there. So that's all the multiplayer games that will pop up on GeForce Now. And if you scroll down through there, there's a lot of heavy hitters in there. You've got Among Us, Apex Legends, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Destiny 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Team Fortress 2, Valheim, World of Tanks, Fortnite, War Thunder, Rocket League. It goes on and on. Over 400 multiplayer games you can get into on GeForce Now. So we definitely wanted to put a spotlight on that for this week. All right, so let's go ahead and move into the 10 games we got for this week, starting with the 3 day-and-date releases. Yeast 9 Monstrum Nox, part of a long-running series of Yeast games, is releasing day-and-date on GeForce Now. Play as any of the 6 notorious Monstrum, each with their own unique gifts that grant abilities such as scaling walls or detecting hidden objects to protect the city from shadowy creatures. Explore the massive city, accept quests to aid the townfolk, and enter the Grimwald Nox to vanquish the threats of Balduke. So Yeast is coming. Yeast Monstrum Nox, Yeast 9 coming to GeForce Now day and date. Moving on to the next, we've got Black Skylands, and this looks like a pretty interesting top-down game, and this is from a fairly small studio, Hungry Couch Games. Early access, so if the top-down and customization type game is your thing, you might want to think about giving the game a try and supporting those. It looks pretty cool. Build your skyship and explore the open world, fight factions of pirates and monsters, claim your territory by foot or by your flying vessel. You're the captain and the sky is the limit in this Skypunk open world action adventure game. So Black Skylands also coming to GFN day and date. Now our third day and date release is one that I'm actually excited for myself, and this is Swords of Legends Online. Now the only thing for me about this game is time. With a game like this, it could be fairly large, and I don't think I'll have the time I need to sink into it. But to be honest, on the list of day and date release games this week, this is the one I'm particularly interested in. Sword of Legends Online is an action MMO RPG set in a breathtaking fantasy world with sophisticated combat mechanics and a unique storyline based on Chinese mythology, and this is releasing for July 9th, another day and date for GeForce Now. And like I said, this is probably the one I'm looking forward to checking out the most, but I am worried I won't have enough time to sink into it. So moving on to the other 7 games that we've got this week, we've got Call to Arms, Gates of Hell on Steam. We've got Crowfall. This is a new MMO RPG recently launched on its own native launcher. We've got Graven from Steam, Ironcast on the Epic Game Store, Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden on the Epic Game Store, Rayman Raving Rabbids on Steam and Ubisoft Connect, and Wushu Chronicles on Steam. All right, so that's going to wrap up the news for this week. We've got over 400 multiplayer games that you can jump into on GeForce Now. We've got 10 games this week, with 3 of them being day and date releases. There's no AAA launches or nothing to get super excited about, but for me personally, I think this is a pretty solid week of games. Like I said, Sword of Legends Online looks like a great day and date release, as is Yeast 9. I know there's a lot of fan base behind that series, and Black Skylands looks like a very interesting top-down game coming early access for Steam from that studio there. So there are some good things definitely for this week that I'm interested in, and I love that we're putting a highlight on those 438 multiplayer games on GeForce Now. So as always, guys, thanks a lot for coming to check out the video. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.